Well, good evening everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another stream to be Overthunk by Sharky. We are back here once again for another Monday night stream in what feels like forever. Good evening, Katooth. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just looking at the stream title here, Episode 3, which feels hard to believe. It feels like we've been doing this forever, but we've literally done this twice before, and we're back for what is this now, a third episode within the span of 30 days kind of thing. I think we began this a couple of days before Christmas last year, did a second stream early in the year, and we're now back another 2 or 3 weeks since last time. Good evening, Trans. Thank you for tuning in as we let the world reload in more ways than one. And here we go. You're playing an idle incremental game which uses some large numbers. Well, I mean, playing is of course a very loose word with incremental games. Oh, that's a few too many E's. Okay, I'm assuming that this is of course evaluated rightmost first, inside then outside kind of thing. Wow, 1E, 1.29 E39, that's a lot. Some insane multipliers there. Anyway, what are we... Whoops, that was the clouds. What are we even doing? If it's not already obvious. Where am I? That. We be doing that. Building a scale model of Australia, 1 block to every 10 kilometres. And we've made a decent progress of it up to this point. We are currently, what's our current objective? And we're actually working sort of through that, yes. So we're trying to just fill in the interior with dirt at the moment. It's got this nice sort of feature with like a grassy coast and then this arid interior, which is not by design in any way whatsoever. That is just purely accidental because I made the coast out of grass and I've just been copying down dirt. And as you can see, these are the parts I did first. So the grass has started to spread into the dirt. So it's a nice sort of unintended effect there. Eventually the whole thing's going to go grass and I'm not really going to care. I don't think I'm trying to biome sort of classify the country. Maybe I am. The hypothesized inland sea. Yes, it's quite a generous inland sea at the moment. Let's get down to it and have a look at what we've got down here. Splush. All right, it's a very different vista when we're actually down at this level. You can see the animals and everything from down here. So, as I recall, we are just spamming out a bunch of fill commands to basically get this sort of completely filled with dirt. And it was about smoothing edges and filling in corners and all sorts of stuff. That music feels quite loud at the moment. I remember I have this memory from previous times about like the music just being absent for a lot of the playthrough and complaining about there being no music, but feels like now we're getting loads of music all of a sudden. Probably because I've just started the game. And as I say that, the music instantly dies off. Alright, so let me do a little bit here and then let's practice the fill command, because of course it's been like a couple of weeks since we've done this. So from there to there as a practice fill. So this is fill that to that with dirt. Right. We still got it. Perfect. Okay, so let's run through here and just, whoops, that's not what I intended that to do, and tidy a little bit of this up here. Just want to basically straighten out a few of these cornery bits here. There we go. Make some square chunks, and then I can kind of fill into regions. So, well, we'll replace that pillar then. So we're filling that to that. Oops, that was the wrong button. Bam. Oh, we can do this bit by hand. Just out to here to tidy that out. There we go. Alright. Alright, and then we just need to fill from here to here. Fill, bam, 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 to that one. Whoops, that's... Oh, okay, interesting. I can just paste my name in. Bam. Alright. That looks good, which means we should be able to do the ginormous one here now. So from there, all the way up to here. That's going to be a lot of dirt. Let's look at it from here and watch it appear. So, that one, bam, 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 dirt, and boom, look at that. Nearly 4,000 blocks of dirt. Which means we should have a giant sort of corner here. Yep. So that extends all the way to the east coast. That extends all the way to the highest part here. Like, part of me wants the satisfaction of doing a gigantic rectangle in one big go to kind of end this. This huge interior rectangle. I imagine when we get to that it's going to say, sorry, you can't do this many blocks at once, but I still want to see that message come up. So we're going to neaten up the bottom of this a bit, and then go around and work out sort of what we're going to do on that side of things. So let's get down here. Whoop. Alright, so same sort of thing, coming in from this way now, and we've got to have a bit of a look at what's going on here. Flashbacks to playing Scorched Earth. Ooh, I remember playing Scorched Earth. That was something, wasn't it? What have I done? What have I done? Let me fence this off. I've gotten too ambitious all of a sudden. I didn't look ahead to what was happening here. Yes, throwing the huge dirt bombs. That was always fun, messing with the AI and things. Just completely burying them in more landscape, and having them launch their own whatevers, and just absolutely destroy themselves. Ah, Scorched Earth. I'll have to I'm gonna look that up again. I can't imagine it's got the most exciting gameplay features these days, but yes, I've not thought about that in so long. I've got to be very careful here not to fill in like these tiny little bits here, but that's some nice good square shapeage here. Let's sort of fill in there to there. That's fill biome. That's a bad start. Alright, and then same sort of thing here. From there up to there. Alright, and same sort of thing now here. From here all the way up to here. Okay. Alright, so that's carried that along nicely. Getting ourselves a nice big square area here. Let's add a bit more time onto things. Incidentally, how much... I just realised I haven't had F3 up, but I don't really need F3 up when I'm doing this kind of stuff, because I don't need to see the grid. How many... I brought this up because I wanted to check time. Yes. You guys can't see that because of... Oh, let me do that. There we go. Over here, if you can see it in the background where I'm pointing now, under local difficulty, just underneath the biome, day 38. So we've been playing for 38 in-game days. Look at that. We've nearly had as much in-game days as we've had... No, other way around. We've nearly spent as many real-world days in between sessions as we have ticked over in-game days. And of course we're skipping nights for the most part. But interesting convergence there. Alright, let's fill in. Yep, that bit too. Oop, that was not how that was supposed to go. There we go. Alright, so square chunk there. We almost do that by hand. This little sort of pieces here. Yeah. Not gonna be the worst thing in the world for me to do a little bit by hand. Bop, 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 bop. Whoop, whoop. Not that I need to destroy those blocks like that. But and a bit of this sort of diagonally edge here. That's the only bit with these diagonal coastline bits. They sort of make for a bit more of a pain to fill things in. A bit there. Okay, that's some good sort of squarish edges. So let's tidy up a bit from, let's say there, to right there. Okay. Does that line up with that? 3 and... doesn't, but that's okay. We'll do a chunk here anyway. Again, do a little bit by hand here. That one there. Just a little 3x3. We can handle that. 27 blocks. Same here. We can do this bit here. That's nothing. Don't need to be filling every single thing. Oh, incomplete stack. There we go. Alright. Better replace that. Okay, so good swimming pool there. Now let's go from there, that one, all the way to this guy. Okay, that'll let us fill in a bunch of these bits here now. To there. Okay. Which will let us go from there. We'll actually look at it first. Oh, not actually looking at the block. That would have been bad. From there down to this guy down here, which is an awkward one. But that's fine, we can manage that. Okay. Same thing here, this chunk here. So from that one there down to, again, this sort of awkward one down there. Okay. Nice. So we can do that. So from there down to this bit just down here. I'll close in that section there. Right. Coming along nicely. Alright, now all these fiddly bits here. Again, being careful to fill the the real things and not the wrong things here. So some of that's already been filled because it was pretty fine. Yeah, so don't fill that little hole there. But this bit here, yes. Oh, and actually touch the ground there. There we go, that's better. Oh, somehow didn't look up and see that. Alright, and that one. Oh dear, that's not good. Come on, don't make me go lower. Don't make me go lower. Gonna have to go lower. Knew that was gonna happen eventually. There we go. Touching the water again. Alright. So, yeah, look. That's annoying, but that's just what that is. After doing so many by hand, we'll just do that. Oh, yep. I thought for a split second then I did the wrong thing, but no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Whoop. Box going wild now. Alright. So then we've got this little weird inset there. Some bits here. Yeah, I can do this little cube here. It's only like 4x4. Not even that, 4x3. That's all over the shop there. Okay. This means we can do a big chunk right there. From that one down to there. Okay, looking good. Alright, which means, yep, we can do a big chunk here now. From there up to here. Okay. Down to visit the, I was about to say cows. I know my farmyard animals. Down to visit the black cows. Alright. Let's, excuse me sir, just have to scooch in here a little bit. Just, I promise I'm giving you more land to stand on. Oh, again. Because I'm going backwards like that, it's not real ideal. Okay. I think we pivot into going sideways for a bit now, given the more sideways nature of this section here. Excuse me guys. Alright, oop, whatever that was, random bit of dirt. I mean I will need dirt there eventually, but didn't mean to do that this second. One short again there, alright. Let's add on a bit more time. Another 12,000 ought to do it. Alright. Floating eggs. Yeah, let's just do a little fill, a couple of fills here. Oh, sorry, sir. You okay? You thought you were going for a nice swim, and land spontaneously appeared. Let's see. What are we gonna do here? I've kind of snooked myself there. That's 6 wide. That's 2. That's another 3. I tell you what. Let's do one more here. Okay, so that now actually ends there. So we can just go from there down to... this is awkward. I don't like doing it like that. There, and now we should just be able to go from there down to this point here. Which again, not a real fan of doing it like that. I should have done it the other way around. Okay, nice edge there. Perfect. We just got this sort of chunky bit here. We can sort that. In fact, let's do a chunk from here up to the tippy top corner up here. Just a casual 1240 blocks. Alright. So that's coming across the bottom here. Then we've just got all this downy bit in here, this sort of downward piece. Okay, we can do that bit by hand, that's fine. Okay, and yeah, again, sort of more awkward diagonal bits here again. Okay, that's good for a bit there. So, small scale fill, just from there to there. Alright, slightly larger fill, and then we'll fix this with whatever overhang it has on the other side, which we can handle. Okay, that cleans that up. Smidge out there, which is fine. Okay. I just want to tidy that up. There we go. And we can fill from that one out through to this guy. That was the top, wasn't it? Yeah. Don't know why I got so confused like that. Is that backwards to how I've been doing it? Maybe it is. Great, so that's got that edge there. That takes us all the way up to here, which is going to be a nice big sort of square section here. Okay. Oh, I've done it again. Oh no. I don't need those eggs with me either. Okay. Tidy up this bit. We'll go a bit on the northward direction for a sec. Oops, one short again. Leaving lots of lots of square edges here by doing this. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a tidy here. So that all the way up to here. Okay. This one here. Out to here. Okay. This one here. Out to here. Oh, I've done it again. That. Pushing buttons in the wrong order. Okay, looking good. A bit more of this northerly stuff now. Up. Yeah, I really should just do that. Okay, we can do some big fills here now. From there out to there. Okay. We can do a little bit by... Whoop! I've done it again! Ah, it's incredible how many times we've done that already in this session, having, I think, practically never done that yet in any of the previous 2 episodes. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I have done that a couple of times, but it just feels a little bit clumsy. Busting a hole in the world like that. Alright, then a big chunk from here. All the way across to here. Okay. We got ourselves a nice big block here. I'm feeling like I want to fill that in now. From here all the way back to this corner. This will be a satisfyingly large amount of dirt. To there. Again, let's face this way and just see it all come into the world. Dirt. Bam. 14,000 blocks of dirt. The chicken just runs free onto it. Just a casual 14,000 blocks of dirt. Alright. Continue straightening up what's happening on the coast here. I'll come across on that. Okay. Yeah, I'll fill that edge in there. So just to there and there. Okay, there we go. So we've got a nice big square bit there. Continuing up here. I'll do that by hand. Extra bit of dirt alert. Gotta get rid of it. Alright. So, fill command from down here. I can feel the sun's getting real low. So we will paste that one in quick smart. And add a bit more time on again. Bam. Which means we'll be up to what, like the 42nd day now, maybe? 40th. Wow. That is not what I thought. You must have only skipped the night cycle twice since I looked at that. Interesting. It just feels like I'm doing that much more frequently. Yeah, we can do a big chunk there. Am I looking at the correct block? I am. Just making sure. And yes, I know that's going to get replaced anyway, but we'll still do that. Here we go. Okay. So here's like a big section that's like ripe for the filling right here. That. From there straight up to here. There we go. And then let's just do a nice big stripe up the coast here. Could have filled a big long or one wide bit, but that feels just as quick in some sort of world. There we go. We've got a bit of janky stuff here. Okay. So from there to there. Okay. Which means we can do a chunk from here back down to this corner. Alright. Looking good. We are like so close to being back to the starting point up here. And then we're going to just have this big middle rectangle. This is going super fast. What are we? We're not even... Well, we are. We're half an hour in. We're not even an hour in yet. We even started early. Okay. Yeah. That's in line with that. It is. Well, it's a sign. Fill her in. Perfect corner there, right up to the grid line. Bam. Right, so now we've got a nice square edge to this corner, which makes me want to fill that in, because that would be incredible. So I'm going to have to go from down here to that corner there. That will continue that bottom edge all the way across now. Again, let's face towards the appearing dirt. 7,000 more blocks of dirt just coming into existence there, which means that flat edge continues all the way across to the west coast, to this square corner at the east coast here. So all we've got to do is bring that in to meet a corner here, because then that extends to the west coast as well. So we've just got to close this section in, and then we've got a ginormous rectangle in the middle. And just this sort of big strip through here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sort of get a bit of a beat happening there. It gets out of time for a second. square this up. Okay, so from here to just here for now. Alright. And then from just down here to this corner. Do it again. Okay. So that's a corner that runs all the way to the west coast. So this one is now set to run down to the south one. Which means we are literally done. That come up quick, because that is now one gigantic rectangle. Look at that. So it's taken us 40 minutes, but because we did that little bit at the end of last time, we just screwed along the top there this time, and just come in through here. So it's taken us 40 minutes to just close all that in, and do that edge, and now we have a gaping rectangular cutout in the middle of the country. And this is where we find out what the block place limit is. Well, I mean, we're not going to find out the limit. It's just going to say that there's too many blocks to place, and then we're going to have to start progressively paring it back to see how many we can get in at once. Alright, down we go. Alright, so I mean, it's never going to work, but bottom left corner. So we've at least got that copied. Question is, can we get all the way up to this top corner or not? It is a long way. This is a lot of flying at fast creative speed. To here. Alright, this just wide open sea. Well, look at that block, we'll get a good wide angle on it. Will it do it? Oh, it says the maximum. Ooh! Oh, so we're going to have to do this in like a 3 to 4 goes. Ah, it'll only take 32,000. Ah, dear, we're going to have to come back in a lot. It's only going to take us 4 goes. The question is, will it take us 5? So from there to maybe, say, here. Just arbitrarily. Because I still got that pasted, so I can still do that. That's 50,000? Still? Alright. How about here? Oh, come on. That's like 292 blocks too many. Can I just come in one? Come in one square? Would that be enough? And let me get the angle on it. There we go. Vantage point. Yep. That was enough. Alright. So now I'll just have to continue pasting. I don't know why I'm going from this bottom corner every time, but it makes sense in my mind for some reason. Alright. Fill. Okay, so from there, we just have to guess how many columns that was. Somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Maybe. That was only 27,000. Okay, we could have done more than that. Yeah, I know. If only there was some sort of even spacing that I could use to count how far along this would need to go. Instead of just brute forcing it. We need to bring that back up. Also, I'm going to need to... Oh, don't look. There we go. Da, 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 da. So it was sort of to the point where I kind of couldn't see it. Sort of like about here. Yeah, feels like I could do half of that again, which means I'll have done this in 5, not 4, probably. Yeah, that was only 26,000 again. Can we somehow do all the rest of this in one big go? Let us see. I probably don't need that on anymore either. Let's take that back off. Just touching the water briefly there. Okay. All the rest of the interior, I'm sure we can do that easily. That's like 24,000, 21,000. Place your bets. There, 32,000. Nowhere near. It was barely under the limit. Alright, and with that, I don't want to say we are done, because that's not the case, but with that, the current objective is done. Look at this. Lovely. Let me get a little bit higher. I've completed 5/6 of the states. Indeed, you're right. We are missing something, aren't we? We're missing a couple of things. At some points, we're going to have to put some state separators down, so we can actually see where those states are relative to things. But yeah, there's a few other bits of land that ought to go in here somewhere. So let me just tab over to another thing here, and I'm going to have to change the color on that because I forgot when I prepared this earlier. You guys can't see that, don't worry. Yeah, we're gonna have to go down and have a look at this guy down here. Let me zoom right in on him, because we've got all sorts of stuff happening here. Zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, and it's like the good old days now where I've got to look at the grid lines again and got to make some crazy decisions about things. Okay, we need to plop ourselves down somewhere around here and turn F3 back on. Oh, look at that landing! Smooth, although we are in the water technically. There we go. Alright, so I'm looking for 320 by 360-ish. No, this is the 320 grid line. So, and wait, yeah. Wow, is it, okay, there's a little bit of land here. So 320 by, this can't be right, by 365, is there land right here? So 320 at 356. That ain't right. Let me have a look at this. What is going on? Oh, I'm looking at where I am, not where I'm looking. Sorry, I'm forgetting. I've got to look over here at target block. I've been looking over here at my XYZ for some reason. Yeah, I've got to look over here at target block on the right. Whew. Okay, so this is 320 by 353. Yeah, I can believe that. Okay, yeah. So down here a little bit, I got a little blob of land, pretty tiny, but 320. What's this? So this is 320 by 370. This grid line here. Yep. So if I, oops, not like that. If I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. And it's basically too wide except for that bottom bit. There we go. There's a chunk of land there. There was another chunk I saw somewhere else nearby. Gotta find it though. Well, no, that's the actual bottom of Australia. Here we go. Here's a chunk over here. Okay, this is over at 355. So somewhere in the middle here. Let's go relative to 360 and then 360, 370. Yep, literally this guy that I'm looking at. All right, so 1, 2, come in a third block. All right. So this one, 357 and 356. Yep. And then we're gonna make a T-shaped Tetris piece on top of it there. Whoops, that's not how you do a T-shape, like that. Alright, so we've got that bit and we've got that. And so from there, we're going to need a 3x2. Like that. And then in the middle of this, we're going to need, like, you know, one more. And then I don't know, maybe what are we going to do here? A sort of an L shape? Like that? Is that sort of close? What's this? 356 by 375. It's out by like half a block, but it's, and I might even just do that. There we go. Okay, so we got little bits of land just there. Alright, and then we've got, like, if I zoom out a tad, I've got a couple of little pokey bits just coming up here, and then we've got the main event. Okay, so what's this? 3. And of course, yeah, now that I look at this, I'm not gonna be able to get my mind wrapped around this if I suddenly start going down this coast of it. I'm gonna have to go over here. I'm gonna have to do what I did with Australia, start in the top right corner and go clockwise. Yep. It's just gonna mess with my mind a little bit, unfortunately, for some reason. So let's go over this way and look for, where are we looking for? So the 355. Let's make it easy. Let's get ourselves to 350 by 380. Yeah, this guy. So from here, I'm going to bridge across the 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there's a 355 by 380. Right. Bam and bam. From here, we're coming down till we're at 385. 3, 4, 5. Come in 1. I'm going to keep that going down till 90, and then we're going to have to scroll the map. See a bit further. Comes down another, 3. 1, 2, 3. Into. Let's go down 2. Let's go into again. Down 1, 2, let's go down 2 again. Nice wide zigzag. In 1, down 3. 1, 2, and that's a good sign. Right on the 350, 400 grid line there. We're going to pop out for 2 here. Add some more time on. That one there. Gonna go down 1. Scroll the map a bit more again. Ooh, weird lumpy bit at the bottom here. Okay. He says the bottom, but you never really know. So across one, but then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to grossly sort of smooth that whole bit, average that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 349, but 406. I'm going to give a 2 wide at the bottom there. And I'm even going to come up to there and stick one out there. And then we're going to come back up one to here. Make this 2 wide, so that one and then that one. And let's go across 2. So we can go down 1. Across 1, down 1. Across 1, down 2. So across 1, down 1. Across 1, down 2. That's at 344 by 406. Good. 1, 2. Yeah, let's go across 3. Down 2. Across 1 and then down 2 onto that grid line again. This grid line's really helping out here. Now there is a little blip just over here that I probably want to just add in, which means I'm looking at what, 344? Yeah, this is 344. But I want to go down to say 408, 409. 408, 409. Yep, that'll do. Alright. Then from the 344.10 we can go across 1, up 1 and across 2. Up 1, across 3, up 1, across 3. These last 2 can be down like that. Then we've got a little weird bit here where I'm going to go up 2, across 3. So up 2, across 3. But I'm going to actually do that and leave a single block of water in there, because it just sort of does that. Like, that's too tight. I've got to be able to reach into that block. So we'll just do that. Now what block am I even looking at here? 333. 406. Yeah, I thought so. So we're going to go up 2. Across 1. Up 1, across 1. Up 1, across 1. Yeah, that's messy, isn't it? 3, 4, 4. Yep, so across 1. So across, up, across, up, across. So across, up, across, up, across. Yep. Sure, so we're in line with that grid line now. That's better. 330 at 402. Yeah, so we're going to go up 3. So 1 past it. Yep. This is the fastest state yet. 330 by 399. So we're going to go across 1, and I don't know how many up because I'll have to scroll the map again. Ooh, another weird lumpy bit. Why can't islands be nicely quadrilateral? 1, 2, 3 up. Sure. 1, 2, 3 up. But 2 of those are just protruding like that. We're going to come back to here. Across 1. I'm even going to go up 1, then across 1, then up again. up, and then across 2. So is this 330, 395? It is. Perfect. And then up 2. Across 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Yep, just past that grid line there. Across 1 again. Then up and across again. And scroll the map one more time. So I'm looking at 327, yep, 388, 5, 6, 7, 8, right. So carry that all the way up to, say, 383. 4, 3. Then we're going to go out 1. 1, 2, 3 of them to come up to that grid line. Yep. And we can step back in 1. 1, 2, 3 up. And across to make that 3 wide. Down again. Cross 3, but we'll Tetris it. And bam. Bloop. Down 1. Yeah, let's go across 3. 335 by 380. So down 2 and across 1. It's a little bit gross there, but that's fine. Down 2 and across 1. So down 1, across 1, 2. Yep. Down 1, across 1, 2. Down 1. And I'm going to have a little look where that goes across there. Okay. So that's, yep, 338 and 384, yep. 338, yes. 384, yes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. Before we can go 1 up. 343 at 383, then 1, 2, 3 across. And we're going to stick up 2 there. And come across 2 more. Stick up 2 again. Weird bit of land right there. Come across, well, 2 more again. Get in line with this grid line. 350 but at 383. Yeah, let's do it again. Let's go up 2 again. But this time, ooh, look at that. Look at that. This time when we come up here, we're going to go across 2. I'm going to have to stick 1 up, so let's do it in the middle again then there. Yeah, just cross in like that. And that is the state. Bam. I think there might have been another little bit just floating off the top here. Let me just go back and scroll that up a tad. Yeah, there's 2 little faint, whoops, oh, don't push that button. There's 2 little faint blips up here. Where could I put them? 327 by 375. So literally this, but 2 up higher. So that 327 by 375, yep. And then let's say a knight's jump up this way. And bam. That sort of thing. Add a bit of time to that. Bam. Look at that. For scale. There we are. So that's technically still part of the same objective now. Continue filling that interior with dirt. But that will be a whole lot easier. Let us pop up here. Okay, so well, start where we started. There we go. I'm doing it just like we did Australia. Starting in the top here, and yeah, despite building the boundary as I did, clockwise starting from the top right hand corner, this is the order I filled in, just like Australia, where I started in the top right corner but then went anti-clockwise for some reason. Which somehow makes sense to me. Alright, so let's fill from there up to here. Okay, and then we just take care of this little bit here. Bam, bam, bam. Don't accidentally fill that tiny little pond here. Let's see. Wild Skeever's just appeared in order to inform me of just how hot it currently is out in I was going to say out in the recording studio, but that's playing things up a little bit. It's what are we? It's nearly 9 PM. It's nearly 9 o'clock at night here on the east coast of Australia. I mean, I say east coast, but this is in no way a coastal town. But I'm on the eastern part of Australia, and yeah, it's 9 o'clock at night. What Skeevers? What do you estimate the temperature to be currently? You don't have any temperature detecting device on you at this moment, do you? That's fine. The stream doesn't need specifics, but I'm gonna say we're still in the high 20s. Yeah. We're definitely not below 20, and we're surely below 30 by now. We can't still be above 30, not at this point. We're talking Celsius here for all those non-Celsius people, parts of the world.
Doesn't the computer have the temperature?
Does the computer literally have the temperature? Can I just easily click on something, and it will just tell me the temperature, to tell me the date? I reckon a previous operating system might have just easily told me the temperature somewhere. I mean, at the rate I'm going, I could literally just click Google.
Or just open it on your phone.
Or just open it on my phone. Like
I can tell you. I'll write it in the chat.
Skeevers is going to tell us in the chat. Stay tuned, everyone. She will tell us what the temperature is. But, yeah, sweating it out. And today's not even going to be the hottest day of the week. We are in for more heat tomorrow. Last I checked, and it always changes last minute, but last I checked, the maximum temperature tomorrow in our area was being forecast at 40 Celsius. We were cracking 40. Tomorrow, it was an interesting temperature curve, as you'd expect. Steady build throughout the day, building up to 40 like well into the afternoon. Like it was going to be like 3 or 4 PM or something by the time we got to 40. And then it's going to plummet. It's going to drop 10 to 20 degrees when it sort of cracks into a storm because of that much heat. And then it's going to be a cooler night, and that's going to usher in another 3 or 4 days in the low 20s. So yeah, brace for the heat tomorrow. If you're in the parts of the world and regions that are going to get hot. But then the cooler's coming again. I mean, we are in the thick of an Australian summer here. This is the Aussie summer we're talking about. Katoot lamenting in the chat, thank you. I don't think I haven't also noticed that I'm doing this entire thing by hand. I'm going to fill this at some point, but yes, I realise I'm just mindlessly doing this by hand. Oh, there we are, Skeevers. 28 degrees, lowercase Celsius. Oof. So we are only just below 30. Wow, so we're not low 20s at all. We're still... They don't have Phil in Tasmania. No. Well, they're about to have Phil, because we're about to... about to just fill this whole chunk right here. 28 degrees. That's nasty. What's that? 28 Celsius. So Fahrenheit. Double it is 56. Take off 10%. Takes us to approximately 50, and then add on 32. So up to 82. 81, 82, low 80s. So, yep, over 80 Fahrenheit currently. Yeah, it's gonna. The coolest it's gonna drop down to is 24 overnight. That's gonna be a hot night. Yeah, all right. We might be leaving the aircon on for a bit. We'll see. Fill that. Bam. There we go. Tasmania just got its fill. Look at that. Yesterday, our thermometer was saying 27 inside, 27 outside. But opening the external door felt like getting hit by a wave of hot air. I think our outside thermometer is broken. Yeah, okay. I think your outside thermometer is technically inside. if it's saying the same as the inside temperature then. Alright, so, wow, look at the scale of that. Not to say that Tasmania should feel insignificant or anything, but, like, relative to the rest of the mainland, Tasmania really is just this little tiny island, isn't it? Like, Tasmania's size kind of almost matches in with that sort of triangle-y bit down in the Great Australian Bight sort of area, down in South Australia there. Like, you know, that's kind of interesting, seeing it to scale like that. Right now, Katooth, it's 26 inside, 29 outside. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, you're comparable to us then. We're currently 28, so... Okay, lovely, looking good. Wipe that flying insect off the screen. It's come back. Wipe it off again. There we go. It's still here. Come on. Third time's the charm. All right. Now, it's still back. All right. Just ignore it. Take a quick stay hydration check. Just because of how hot it is. And let's take a moment to acknowledge that we began the stream by complimenting how loud the music was and how nice it was to have music back with us again. And I can't tell you the last time I've heard any music at this point. Probably that point. Speak for yourself, it's 22 in the bedroom. Well, it's theoretically 22 in the bedroom. Okay. Sure. Alright. Oh, look at that. I've just got to acknowledge it. I just have to acknowledge the music, and it just starts up like that. I just have a gift like that. Okay, we need to examine the map again, because there's a couple of other surprises that I want to put in here, just for continuity. Now, where are we going? Where are we going? Up here. Okay. Up here. Let me find this bit here. So, if I zip all the way to the tip of Queensland again. What about in the Australian Antarctic Territory? That's a bit generous, Katooth. The grid line doesn't reach that far, shall we say? You might have noticed that the grid lines actually do extend a little bit further than Australia. So I'm going to sneak in, just for relative reference, a couple of extra bits. Just again to kind of highlight proximity or lack of proximity, as the case may be. So at the tippy top of nighttime land up here, let me add a bit more time on. At the tippy top of Queensland here, where we where we put in these couple of extra bits here. That's not all. There was a couple more extra bits just up here. Let me put... where am I going to do this? What's this? This is 310. No, 320. I want 315. Where's 315? This is 315 right here. Let's go 315 all the way up to... I don't know. In fact, let's do 314. And go all the way up to... oh, what am I going to call that? 17? 17. And let's do a knight's jump back down again. Okay. It's not exactly right. I didn't want to do them diagonal, but they're pretty close to diagonal. There's also another just one piece sitting out here at like... what's that? 330? No, we want like 320 something. And this is similarly at, say, 17. But we're out at like, say, 323? Yep, 323 at about 17. Sure. Then we've got another one up here that's at 317 by like 12. So 317 but up at like 12. Yep, so there's one up here. 317 by 12. I got another one way over here somewhere. At like 327 by 10. So we'll come back in from this guy. That was the wrong one. That one. 327 by 10. Okay, nice. And then I'm just going to duck over here to 320 by 10, just as a kind of anchor reference point, and just do that. And then I don't know. Let's just have a little look-see around here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So from here. From here, 320 by 10 with those three around it there. I'd like to go up one and across two. Up another one and across three. Up one and another across three again. With that dangly there. And then up two. And then I've got a yeah, I gotta ring around a little bit of water here. Yeah, like that. Like a mirrored sort of question mark. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna go do an across and a down there. But then up here, so what's this? This is 330 by 2. Well, bam. 330 by 0 there, so we're going to do that, we're going to do that around there. So this edge here, at 3, yeah, we'll keep that coming across. So that's 331 by 2. Let's go 332 and 333. 331, 331. And let's move you on there. Okay. So there's that. But then if we come back here, gotta wrap my mind around this way now. Ooh. Oh, that's Skeever's talking as my account. That's tricky. Got the stream on, but probably gonna sleep soon. No worries, Skeevers. Do your best to try and get some sleep. I don't know how long ago you said that. Oh, also, stream from me tomorrow at this stage, pending heat. Good luck. Although, yeah, the heat is going to break by then. So, okay, see how you go. See how you go. It shouldn't be hot anymore at that point. But, yeah, pending heat. Pending heat. I'm going to have to go diagonally again, aren't I? So, up one, across one. Yep. Then I'm going to do it again. Up one, across two, and down one. So up one, across two, and down one. We're going to do one of those sort of C-shaped things, sideways C-shaped things. You know what? In fact, we're going to go one longer. We get a double wide C-shaper there. Then we're going to come across and back up. So we're at 315 by 7 there. Across 2 again. Down 1. I'm going to go same sort of thing. Come back up here. And this can run across to like at least, 309, 308. Let me just have a scroll across and sort of see what this is doing. Yeah, there's a weird colour there, but that's fine. I'll just imagine all that's land, because I don't really understand what I'm looking at there. Okay. Alright, so where are we? 309 by 7 there. Yeah, so yeah, even 308 by 7, that's fine. And we're going to go up, across 2, down 2. Up, across 2, down 2, so almost like one of them again. You know what? I reckon so. And in fact, let's go down one more. 306 at 9. We'll go across 2 and down 1. Across 1. Down 1. Across 2. Go up 1 next to that grid line there. And we'll even go up a second one. Come in 1. Up 2 and out 1. So in 1, up 2 and out 1. I should fill that in because that'll get confusing, and I should probably do that really. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I should do that. Alright, where am I looking? This is 301 by 7. Yep, so up 1, then across 2. Up 2. Across 1, add a bit of time to that. So we're at 298 by 4. Scroll that a little bit more. 298. Yep. 298 by 4. Sure. Do we literally zigzag our way up from there? we do, but we do a knight's jump at the border. So zigzag there, 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 bam, bam, bam. 2950. Perfect. Okay. And then we just fill in a little bit of dirt here and there. Do. So from there, we just straighten this edge out. Okay, and then we'll just do a fill command up here. From there over to here. Bam. Okay. Now, that is in no way a complete landmass at all. That is just purely there because it's within the scope of the grid lines and to show proximity. Oh, up into the clouds now. There we go. Alright, so let me check my map and zoom out and check that I haven't overlooked anything there. So it does, let me see, it does sort of hook back in a little bit over there. So if we're being honest about this, we should put at least a little bit more in. Yep, let's turn that back on there. Put a smidge more in. So that's just a little bit peeking through there, but I should go across to 375 by 0. Get a bit more of it in. Uh, 375 by 0, so okay, 375 by 0. Let's go down and across 1, down and across 2. We're going to go down and across 2 again, taking us to that grid line, which means we can go, let's even go 1 past it. And from there go down to 6, out 1, run that all the way down to 10, to that grid line there, and go across to 84, 384, yep. Scroll the map. So 384 at 10, we're going to go down 2, cross 1, down 2 more again, cross 1, down 1, so that's down at 15, We're going to run that one all the way across to 394. 394. And because I'm feeling like it, we're going to give it a single blip there. Alright. In fact, we're going to do it one more in, because I've got to come down here, and I don't like the look of it. Line it up with that. So down one, down a second one. Then we're going to go in, and down to, and back out again. So we're going to do another actual C shape oriented this way. Down to that grid line there at 20. Down one more and across 2. Scroll the map again. Let's see, down 1 and across all the way to 400. Yeah, to that major grid line there. Down 1 and we're going to protrude 2 from there, but then we're going to come back, immediately duck in 1, down 2 and then out 1, back to the grid line again, 400 by 25, yep. Down, across, down, down, so down, across, down, down, across, across. Down, across, across. Then we go down to 3530, yes. 1, 2, let's stick a protrusion out of 3 long there. But let's go down 1, 2, and across. In fact, let's go across to past there even. Let's have a bit of a better look at what that's looking like there. Getting a bit tricky there. So that's at 309 by 32. We come back in 1. I'm going to run that all the way back across to 403. One and across 1. 402 by 32. Then we're going to do another hook round thing. But we're not going to close in this time. We're just going to go to that grid line bit there, which means we have filled this interior, so we should have done that. Just because of how narrow this whole bit is. Yeah, 401 by 30 there. And yes, we're going to go up, and then that's going to continue all the way across to 397. So I'm going to do that, or else we're going to have just a fully floating island. So that's going to go across to, what did I say, 397. Yep, 397. And then scroll the map again, 397 at 29. Alrighty. 397 at 29. Up 1. Across 1, sure. Add a bit of time back on. Welcome to the 46th day. I don't know why I keep losing my place. 396 by 28. Yep, so up 1 and across 2. Up 1, across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 389 at 26. Yep. Up 1 and we'll take that all the way across to 385. again, back to the music, and this is going to continue across for a little bit longer to 381, I guess. Nice. Up one. Oop. Accidentally tapping out of things. $381 to 23. Yep, so that's going to go across 1, 2, 3. Up one, and let's go 2 more again. Whoops. Up 1 across 2 more again. Let's go up 2 and across 1 now. To be in line with that grid line at the 375. Let's also go up 2 and across 1 again. And again, let's go up 2, but this time across 2. Go up 1 and across 1. Up 1 and across 1. Up 1 and across 2. Yep, to 368.13. Okay, 368.13. Let's go up 3. Let's keep in line with that grid line. 1, 2. Yeah, let's just go 1, 2. And then up 1 and across 1. Another up 1 and across 1. Then up 1, 2 before we go across 1. Up across again. Then up 1, 2, 3. Across 2 to get in line with this grid line, and then just square up. Alright. So that's another chunk of things here that we can tidy up. It's just... Oh! Welcome, Novak. Posture check in case you sound like a shrimp. Thank you. I don't know why I said shrimp, not prawn, because we're Aussie here, mate. But, yes, not so bad, actually. Let me just readjust anyway. Look away from the screen for a moment. Alright. I'll tell you what, I'll do you one better. I'll even redeem a water check at the same time. Okay, fill in some dirt. Yep. Okay. A little bit up here. Bit here. Kind of a bit of a mess here, but whatever. We'll manage. Okay, let's just fill that. Completely unnecessarily, but down to there. Okay. I tried to redeem that, but it's still out of stock. It's been out of stock since I joined half an hour ago. That had to be because I've got a notification here to say that yes, Skeevers did a stay hydrated like 27 minutes ago on my end. So probably right before you joined. Okay. I've got sort of chunky edge here to work out what to do with. Let's do a bit of that. Yes, that perfect timing. Well done on that. So, forming a nice rectangle here. Let's take this edge in, that edge in. Yeah, we'll do that too. Since we're, whoops, that was definitely not enough. Yep. Only heard the 2 blocks there. Apparently you're not currently subscribed. Okay. Let me see. What can I identify here? No, I can't see anything on my end. But I feel like it's been ages since we've even been streaming. Skeevers went offline for a little bit, and I missed several. So we're a little bit all over the shop at the moment. Thank you though, Novak, for the resub. 28 months, congrats. Oh, not that one. Paste. Dirt. Bam. Alright. Same sort of thing up here, I guess. What are we? We could come out one more block there just to enclose that bit. It's not neat, but it's fine, I guess. So from there through to there. Okay. And we just got this awkward non-squarey bit here. Alright, and a little bit here. Okay. And that's basically just 2 big squares now. Oh, going all over the place there. Drifting wildly. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So then we just do a square chunk from, let's say, here to probably about here. And then a last one from this corner up to this corner. Okay. Oops. Also, I still have some chat from the last half an hour. I must have just missed Skeevers. For future Skeevers who ever see this, I hope you slept well. Thank you. I'll pass along your comments there. But yeah, she very briefly popped in and then popped out, and has likely fallen asleep with the stream open. Oh, there's a couple of little tiny bits just off the edge of here I missed, actually, now that I look at them. Let me just catch myself right there and find, where were they? They were back over this side. Yeah, there's a couple of little, I mean, we're not going to go and do every single thing here, but we do need to do some of them, because that's pretty close to things there. So let's at least just pop in these couple of bits here. So, and add a bit of time on again. So, what are we at? A grid line of 20. I need F3 back on now. At like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Let's go 403. So 403, 404. Is it literally a square? close to a square. It's like half a block bigger than that. And then we're going to come across here just so I can bridge over to this other bit. Bam, bam, bam. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So that's 407 at 21. Yep. Got a 408. Going to come down. We're going to go across that grid line. We're going to need to do a little 2x2 there. We need a random block just there, which means we need to fix that bit of water. We need another random diagonal block just here. And even another one just here. And another one just here. And then a real big sort of U shape. 1, 2. In fact, I'm even going to start one lower. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And back like that even. Great. Is there any more to that? Sorta not. There are a bunch of other little things that go further out. Oh, and there's all sorts of stuff that spreads down there. We're gonna just ignore a little bit of that, because then that gets really finicky. Okay, so ignoring those bits of things. Right, where are we? Would you potentially make the UK at some point? That'd be a total pain. I feel like the coastline of the UK is not something I want to try and approach. That is far too fractally. It's I thought parts of the Australian coast were bad, but the British coast is infamous for its coastline. So I think I'm dodging that one, if at all possible. But I am going to float over way over here. Way by comparison. All the way over here. And down here somewhere. There's a tiny little couple of blobs down here I'd like to try and put in. So we've got 560. This is the 560s I'm looking at. Got to get all the way back down to even more down to like 345. Okay, so let's get down to like 345. And let's do like a sort of big one of them. That thing. And let's duck down a smidge more. Down to here. So, what's this? This is 560 by 350. Let's go down to 352. Yep. Alright, let's go across 2. Down 1 and across 1. 1, 2, 3. Let's go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll come out 1. And down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that just takes up to that grid line. Good. We're going to go in 1. And then we're going to have to scroll the map again. Alright, so that's at 363 by 563 by 360. Yep. 563 by 360. So we're going to go down 1, 2, in 1, and then down all the way to 370. Bam, 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 down to that grid line. Alright, scroll the map again. So that was a big chunk. Now, seeing as though I am passing by them, I should. Yeah, I should. So, at 369, way out at like 566. Wait, that's 566. Okay, we got there sooner than expected. Okay, so 562, 370. We're going to have to come back in one, closer to that grid line edge. Going to run that down to... Let's just run down to 375, and then just sort of look at that for reference. So 375 there. So if we do one of these here again, and do a sort of one of these guys, 62 at 76, so that I can do that. So we're at 62, 76, and we're going to run that down to 379. Yep. I'm going to go across 2. And that's going to come all the way back up to 376. Yep. I'm going to be careful not to fill this in, because that's actually water in there. Step across 1, and that can run all the way back up to 372. Okay. But this edge will go all the way down to 380. Yep. And then we scroll the map again. Okay, so that's going to come in 1, down all the way to 387. I like these long, flat, straight segments. 387. Come out 1. Back to 565. Going to come down 2. So we went up from that grid line. I'm going to go across 1 there. Going to come down into that grid line there at 390. Yeah, let's go another across 1, down 1, cross 1. Cross 1, down 1, across 1. So the 358, but 391. Down 1, across 1, 2, 3. Down 1, across 1, 2, 3. And up, across, up, across, up. Up, across, up, across, up. Okay, what's that taking me to? That's 373, 573, but 389. Yep, so scroll the map again. Okay, 573, 389, so 1, 2 across. Then we can go 2 down. Maybe a third down, really. Across 1, then down 2. Cross 1, down 1. Cross 1, down 1, 2 again. Cross 1, down 1. Oh, here we go, big diagonal coming. Cross down, across down, across down. Yeah, let's just do that for now. Across, down, across, down, across, down. So I'm next to that. 569 by 400. Scroll the map again. Okay. 569 by 400. Yep, across, down, sure. So we'll do another cross down. Cross, then down 2. Okay, let's make that too wide there. Let's add some time on. So we've got like a little 2x2 square there. Do a little floater there. With this 2x2 here, I'm going to go across 1, 2, yeah, across 3. Down 1. Across 2 and down 1 again. Sorry, 561 and 404, yep. Cross 1 to enter that grid line. And I feel like I'm going to have to round that across. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to do across 2 again. Run that all the way down to 408. Cross 1 and down 2 to enter the edge of that grid line. Scroll the map again. Okay, so 558 at 410. Cross another 1 now. Oops, not there. There. Down 2. Across, down, across, across. Down, across, across. Down, down. 1, 2 again. Down 1. Across, down. Across, down, across, down, across, down. Across, down, across, down. So we're at what? 548 by 420. Which means we can scroll the map again. And I'm just going to have a little zoom out to confirm what I'm doing there. Yep, okay. Alright, so let's get as much of that on as we can there. Did it again, first time tonight, just about to hit Control S to save the world we're on. That's not how that works, Sharky. 548 by 420. Right, so we've zigzagged our way down to here. Let's go again across, down, then 2 across, down. So across, down, then 2 across. Big diagonal sort of run here. Then we're going to go down, across, up 2, I reckon. Across 2, sure. Let's go across 2 to take us to that. 541 by that one, and in fact we're going to put a floater there. Let's come back in here, and again we'll do this same sort of thing. We'll come up to here and put 1 there, so it sort of cups around it like that. But from here, and 19. We're going to go up 1. So 42 at 18. So that one across and up, then across 2. So across, up, then across 2. Up 2. 45 by 415. Yep. Across and up, across and up. Across, so across and up, across and up, across, and there's some more ups, but I've got to scroll the map again. So 548 but 413. Yep, we're going to run that all the way up to 409. And then we're going to go across 1 more, up 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Across, up, across. This way this time, across, up, across. And from here, go 1, 2, 3 up. 2, 3 up, 1 across, and up, across, up, so up, across, up, and we've entered that grid line now. Alright, 545 at the 400, yep, so 1, 2, 3, yep, 1, 2, 3, then we're going to go in 2 and up 1. I'm going to run that all the way across to 550. So I'll just go up there to the 95, and then across 1, up 1. So from there, so across and up, across 2 and up 2. So across and up, across 2 and up 2, across and up 2, then across. Again, get us into this grid line. 555 by 390. So just 2 more up on there. I'm going to go in another 1. Then 1, yeah, 2 more again. In 1. 1, 2, 3 this time. In 1 again. And this line here at 383, we are going to run that just upwards indefinitely. Up to like 376. Yeah. Run that up all the way to 376. There we go. And we can go gotta do that again. Alright, 375 now, but there. And we're going to run that all the way up to 371. So I'll just face the right way so I can get myself oriented a bit better here. 559 by 371. Yep, that's going to go across here. So at 370, we just run that all the way up to 366. Yeah. So that runs all the way up to 366 there. We're going to go out 1, we're going to go up a bit, and then we're going to scroll the map again. So this here at 359. 63, so we're going to go up 1 and across again. Come back out a little bit. So at 558 now. At 362, and we can just run that all the way up to 353. Where it will just diagonally go to there. Alright. Now, it's a little bit weird. And I will help things out a little bit here, by at least doing that, because we'll get ourselves confused, because that is water there, and that is interior, and that is interior. Okay, which will, I guess we can fill now. Let's fill it now. Let's add a bit of time on. Nearly at 120,000 ticks then. Let's do it. Let's fill it now, lest we get ourselves a bit confused later. Oh, accidentally touched the ground there. One short. Bam. Okay. I can see a rectangle forming here. There we go, look at that. So from here, from here, to this guy here. Okay. And then tidy up what's going on here. Nice big rectangle forming there. Okay, well, let's just cleanly do that chunk there. So from there to there. Right. Oh. Nearly fell on the overhang there. One, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three. Alright. So this is the tricky diagonal end of things down this end of town, which is gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna just have to do this whole bit manually down here, I think. There's no real getting out of this. Yeah, there are little squares in here, but they're little. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Okay, we're going to do a big fill here. From that corner to that corner, and we'll just sort of see what that does for things. Okay, puts a weird lumpy bit there, but that's fine. Alright. And then we've basically got a big square once I tidy this corner. Starting to accumulate more of these little flying bugs now. I think one just landed on my face a moment ago there. Alright. Fill from there up to there. Okay. That's that chunk of land. Now, that's not all of it, because it does keep going. And it keeps going almost straight away. Right down here somewhere. We're going to have to get back down into block place and height. And work out where to hook this back up at now. Scroll the map, scrolling. And of course, the current objective is like completely wrong. It hasn't been continued from the interior of the country. We do it for quite a while. Let me at least put another new objective up there. Continue making more. Isn't that what you were doing? I guess so, but it's the country is misleading at this point because we are now technically no longer filling in Australia. We are now filling in Hobbitland. So let me update that. Because that's what we're actually doing. There we go. Don't know how you were so calm about landing on your face. I would have been destroying everyone else's ears. Alright. It's just one of those really tiny, like flying gnat sort of things. Okay, so how am I even doing this? Let's go up a little bit so that we can kind of actually we'll skirt past this. We'll go up to here a smidge. 530, 410. Yeah, that's a good reference point. So let me put a little 2x2 there. And a little antenna on top there. Alright. And from here we're gonna go down one so that we can then go out two, then back in, really. I'm going to follow that all the way down to 414, which is only there. In one, then down 1, 2, 3. There we go. Scroll the map. Okay. 531 at 417. 1, 2, 3 across. And then we're going to come up now. One, 2, 3 across again. Well, we'll go across one more and Tetris it like that. Bam. A little T shape there. And we're going to do a diagonal dot there. Right, so from this bit, 1, 2 more on the bottom. Cross 2. Down all the way to 422. Yep. Cross 1, then down 2. Cross 1, down 1. Okay, scroll the map again. A lot of diagonal stuff incoming. I love my diagonal bits. Alright. Oh wow, I'm going to add time again. That was a quick day. Up to day 50. Welcome to day 50, everyone. I assumed it was something bigger, Novak. Yeah, nah. If it was something bigger, I would have been more of a fuss about it. It's a continuation of earlier. I had a single flying gnat landing on the screen that I shoot about 3 or 4 times in a row, and it just kept coming back. And yeah, now slowly a couple more of them are appearing, which actually probably means I should, I probably should have closed the back door at some point. It's 10 o'clock at night now. That's alright. I'll get to that in a sec. What do we have? 5:34, 4:25. Right, so we're here. So, cross and down, across and down, across and down, across and down, across and down. So we're going to do 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. That was a real consistent diagonal edge, that bit. Takes us to beside that grid point, so we're going to go across 2 now. So we can go down 1, then across 1, down 1, yeah, across and down again. 524, 434. We're going to run that all the way across to the 520 grid line. Yep. That'll go down 1 and we'll scroll again. Alright, down 1, yep, so we've done that down 1. We're going to go across 1. Where's the block? Across 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 somewhere. Oh, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I not where I thought I was? This is 520 by 435. Yeah, I should have been there. 524, 36. Yeah. Then it goes in and it goes all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I've got to come out 1 there next to that grid line. There we go, that's better. And from here, we can run that all the way across to 512. Till we go down 1. Run that across to 509. Oh. Bit of rain for ambience. And is it going to be thunderstorm? It's like very nighttime-y rain now. Yep, thunderstorm. There we go. Bit of dramatic lightning. Very, very frightening. You're 509, 442. Yep, so we're going to go the down 1 there. Across 2 more. Down 1, 2, sure. Across 1. Yeah, let's go across 2. We'll go 5, 445. And we'll go, there was a big one there, and we'll go down 1. And we'll have to scroll the map. We're just getting just off the edge there. So that's 505 and 446. So we'll go across another 1. Down all the way to 449. Cross and down, 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 cross and down. Cross and down to like that square. What's that? We're going to keep diagonaling it, cross and down, until we get to down to a Z of 456. Alright. Cross and down, 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 cross and down. Right. long diagonal strip there, all the way down to that. So let's scroll that. Oh, and we've literally... Oh! How did I not see that coming? I hadn't turned around. We're ready for the dramatic reveal as he turns around and notices that... Wait. Oh. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Alright, well that's why I hadn't noticed it. My map's about to cut off. This goes all the way down to 500, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, 490. Because the 500 would be the next major grid line. But my map literally runs to 460. That's my last grid line here. So I need to... Well, I don't need to, but yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of some grid lines here for just like sensibility. But, okay. That come on suddenly. Was not expecting that. Alright. 4, 9... So, I've got to work out where I am now. I've completely looked away from all that. So, 497 across, yeah. And 456 there. I say we just run that straight down. To there. We hit the grid line. Bam. Done. Which means I've got to go all the way across over to here where it just spontaneously comes back into existence at here's 480. Let's go across 2 more. So at 478 and 460. Yep. Alright. Let's go up to... That's a shame. I sort of didn't realise that the last bottom bit of this is technically truncated off the map I'm working off, so that's fine. No one's going to notice. So from here we're going up the 2. We'll go across 2. But then we'll come down 1, across 1, and up 1. We'll do a little bit of that. Across 2 more. And come back here and go up 2. I'm going to go across 1 this way. Wait. I read myself correctly. Across 1 this way, up 1 that way. Another 1 and across 2 more here. And from this one, across 1, up 2, and we do it again. 2 more this way. This one can go up 1. And I'm out by a grid line. Yes, I should have left 2 squares of gap in that one. I should have. Yep, there we go. So that brings us back in line with that grid line at 450. Which will go across 1, and then we'll scroll the map. Okay, so 477 at the 450. Let's even go across 1 more. Then up 1, 2. Yeah. Just 1 more. Whoops, that's not what I meant by up 2. So across 1 more. We've gone up 2. We're going to go across 1 and up 1. Across 1, 2, 3. Feeling like it's getting night time. Yeah, the sun's setting there. Let's add a bit more time onto things. So across the 482 here. 47, we're going to go up 1. Cross 1, 2, 3. Already 5. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Poke one out here. Cross 2 and up 1. Cross 1, 2 and up 1. Yep, so relative to that grid line there. So we'll go across and we'll go up 2 through that grid line. Scroll the map again. Then we'll go across 2 and up 1. Then we're going to run that all the way across to 497. Yep. Yep. 497, just got completely sort of lost in my train of thought there for a second. So 497, 438, up, across, up, across, up. Yep. Up, across, up, across, up. Alright. And we're going to go, yeah, we can run that across to 503. I'm going to go up 2. Run that across to 506. Up 1. Then across 2 and up 1. I'll have to scroll again. So 508, 431, yep, so we're going to go across 3. Up 1, scooting the side of that again. Across 2 and up 1. Nope. Cross and up, 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 cross and up 2. Happening on the 519. So cross and up, 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 cross and up with those 2 happening on the 519, alright? Good, a nice jump away from that grid point because we're doing one more across and up. And then another across and up as we skirt again around that grid point there. Which means the connecting points in sight. So from here we're going to go 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2. Another 1. And across and up, across and up, across and up, across and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a double again at the end there. Then across 1 and up 1, 2. Cross and up. So I come up to that grid line there, and we stay under it. Yep, and then that hooks into there. Bam! So, South Island. Done. Save from some fill. I've just spotted that in the chat there. Novak, nobody will notice that New Zealand isn't finished. Yeah, it's a shame that my map that I'm going off just cuts there, but that's just what we have to live with. It arbitrarily cuts the top of there as well, so I just thought it captured all of that, but it just doesn't quite. It gets super close. So, fill it in and see that it doesn't look too bad. 1, 2, 3. And let's chunk out that bit. Okay, and then all this diagonal business to try and square up. And there we go. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Nice. Well, that's never happened before. Okay, sort of some rectangular chunks in here. Let's take all that off now. That's not time. We want fill. Fill from there to there. Okay. That's a little awkward, but we can handle that. So from there to there. And then this bit we can just do the fill command, it's fine. Okay, so that's that bit. Opens us up to this next big sort of square chunk here. Okay. On this side. And yeah, just fill that in. Nope. Okay, so do a fill from here all the way up to here. I can feel that sun going down. Yep. There we go. Sunrise now. Whoop, that's a few too many there, because that will be part of the fill, I reckon. Can do a nice big chunk there. once we tidy this bit out. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just fill from there to here. Have that little weird overhang there. Oh, rain stopped. It's a nice sunny morning now. Right. Alrighty. Gonna have to fix this bit. Whoops, that's all the wrong buttons, just from there to there. Whoa! Whoa, that was a weird bit of void for a moment there. Alright. Same sort of thing. I'm gonna have the exact same issue here again. If I do it again. Fill there to there. It's gonna keep following me down. I got another square bit that sticks out here now, but it's just what it is. So it's this line here that we're coming up to. So I can plan for that. There we go. That'll at least square that edge. From there to there. Okay, and then is that just a big dirt square now? From there up to here. Bam. Ta-da! There's the South Island. Or 85% of the South Island. There we go. No one will notice that because my hand will cover it. See? I have my hand in the corner covering that bit of New Zealand. It's going to get increasingly harder to sort of... Oh, and we're above clouds now. It's going to get increasingly harder to see everything in the same perspective shot now. Here we go. I'm gonna prep for the thumbnail. I'm not sure that we're gonna finish right this second. I think we're gonna push it a little bit more, but I'm just gonna prep to make the thumbnail by getting a nice sort of cropped angle of that. Okay. Oh, I've got to move this very carefully. I'm trying to. There we go. All right. And we're just gonna do a little bit of that for a second while we get a nice clear screen so that I can grab a thumbnail. I've just noticed that my overlay actually covers most of New Zealand, so a lot of this doesn't even matter. Oh, that's awkward. Maybe I should move this across a bit. Yeah, we need to go across a bit. There we go. Come on. Oh, cloud. I didn't know we were in cloud height. There we go. Alright. There we go. Cross a tad more. There we go. And now, of course, the next thing is my my objective banner at the top is covering things. So let me take that off. There we go. Thank you, Novak. Seriously impressed by your dedication to this. What are you planning to do with Square Australia? She said Cube Australia. No more objectives. Woo! No, that's not the case. But I am just lining up for the thumbnail shot because I think this would be a cleaner thumbnail shot here if I toggle between those for a second. Yep. You can't see that bottom of New Zealand is missing because it's just off frame. You also can't see that the top stuff up there is missing because that's also out of frame. So there you go. Alright, and I'll just throw in chat there, thumbnail, so I remember where to go to hunt for it. Okay, so let me bring the objectives back up then. And let's just quickly map out another couple of objectives, which will be that. Okay. Let's go. Put that back up there. We'll do that there. Okay. Gonna attempt to start marking out some state boundaries. And then that might do us for this session. We'll see. We'll see if this is easy or not. So of course it gets a little bit harder because I've lost internal grid lines. Because they're now under the country. And mostly not even there. I do have all the external ones that we're going to go from. But, and some of the state boundaries are very straight, and some of them are very, very wiggly. So I'm not looking forward to some of it. But let me flick back over to my map. Let me completely zoom out. Have a bit of a look at things. Change that to the black color it was on before, so I can see things a bit better. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna do some of the really straight borders first, and then we're gonna complain about the wiggly ones after. Yeah, jump scare music out of nowhere, Novak. That's just sort of suddenly came upon us there. Okay, so now the real question is, and this is going to be real bad. I got two competing maps so this is very much not ideal. And the two maps are ever so slightly different in like some key features of scale and maybe even secretly map projection. Don't tell anyone, we might be working on two different projections. I actually honestly don't know. So this is going to be a rough guesstimate of things, but let's go to the top of Australia somewhere at shall we say 167-ish. And we need to decide on a block. Because if we're putting down the borders, we're not going to raise it above ground, we're going to have it inserted into the landscape. So I'm going to have to carve a little channel here. But what colour are we going to do for this? Also, consider this message as a water redeem because apparently over an hour isn't enough reset time. That's fine. I will do a water redeem anyway. Okay, so somewhere up here will be 167. Where are we at? Yeah, look at that. We're at 165 right now. Good aim. So somewhere up here. Alright, 167. Which I'm gonna slightly ignore because I'm actually gonna use features of the landscape to see if I can't get a better vantage point of this. Yeah. Can I figure that out from the landscape? Oop, that's the wrong way, and it's getting dark. That's also the wrong way. So yeah, this bit here, that bit's a thing. So even though I'm looking at 167, it's actually more like here-ish. I reckon about here somewhere. 164, 165. Probably more like 164. So, what am I going to do? Am I going to cheat this a little bit? We'll do it by like relative coordinates. So, even though it should be 167, I'm going to start at the 164. So this block here needs to be our border block. Now, what would make for get the block palette going? What would make for a good border? It's just literally a stripe through the land. So, do we do a type of wool? You know, like, do we just do a big yellow line? Like, that might be prominent. I don't know that I want to do a big red line carving things up. It's got to stand out against the grass that's going to eventually be everywhere. Red sand. Ooh. So these are the terracottas. Let me go. Red sand. Red sandstone. Smooth red, just red. Literal red sand. Let me have a little look. We're going to have a problem. Well, we're sort of not going to have a problem. It's going to do that. Let me do a little bit of this and go up in the air and just sort of see what this looks like. But it's as arbitrary as anything, but it's not bad. I don't mind that. Like, it's just literally like orange. It could be orange wool, for all we know. Really? But at least being orange sand, it's at least terrain. You know, it's almost like drawing a line in the sand kind of thing. Yep. That sounds good to me. Let's go with that, Novak. Thank you for the suggestion. So if we're just doing this relative, this is just gonna, you know, do an arbitrary diagonal. So what are we at? Let me do that a bit more so I can do that. So if we're starting at 164, so I'm left about 3 blocks from where I should be. So I've got to gauge an almost diagonal line. Yeah, just slightly more terrain. Yes, jinx. Good work. Alright, so that's a straight diagonal line that's gonna... How long does it take before it steps across? Let's see if we can't work out a gradient here. So this is a line that's gonna start at... So I'm gonna have to put up the thing. Let's do that, because we're doing it. Wait, did that go up? It did. I'm just that far behind. Alright, so maths with Sharky. We've got to go from 167. I mean, we're out by 3, so remember we're out by 3. We're going to go from 167 and I'm going to have to do some of this in chat, I reckon, just to remind myself. So we're at 167 by 75, and we're going to go all the way down to, let's see, what are we going to go all the way down to? this is a straight line. So let me just, like, it would be straight except for the curvature of the Earth kind of thing. We're looking at 175, but what, 273? That sort of thing. Okay, so let's talk gradients. So we've got to run across, you know, so let's do a bit of math. So our run here is just 8. But our rise, as it were, oh, it's almost 200. It's 198. So let's just round that to 200, right? Because that means we're running across 8, and we've got to travel 200 blocks down, which means 25. Every 25 blocks we go down, we should step in 1. So there's our gradient. So if we just count this carefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So let's just double check that. That's from 94 back to 70, which is 25, because you've got to count the ends. Yes. So that's 25 blocks. And then I just need to step across 1, and it was across this way. Checks map, just to make absolutely certain. Yes, in the direction of the other part of Australia. Yep. Stepping into Australia, not out of, because of the curvature. So can I sneak this with some cloning? So what is it? It's clone. So that down to here. That, and we're going to send that to literally this block here. That. Okay. I think that's going to work. So I'm going to clone from there to there. And I'm just going to start it at 95. So we've gone from 70 plus 25 blocks to 95. Alright, moment of truth. It works. It works. So we just keep doing that a few more times. So we add on another 25 to 120. Nope. Undo. Ah, that's not good. I forgot that I've got to go across 1. I've got to go across 1. Oh, and now he's... Oh, and now look what he's done. Ooh. Okay. We can fix this. It's alright. So that was the one I just did. So let us clone what I would have done if I'd moved this across 1. To that. Good. So that's fixed it. So that's my original clone. Let's also move it across 1 again. And bring it down to the 120 that I did, and that will fix that. Right. Okay. So let's try this again. So I'm supposed to add on 25, but I'm also supposed to bump that across by another one. That's it. Right. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So add on 25, then bump that across by 1. And add a bit more time back on. So add on 25, bump that across by 1. Yep, looking good. Add on 25 and another one. Add on 25 there, another one there. Add on 25 there and one more there. Add on 25 there, one more there. Look at that, we can do that last bit by hand. And then we're going to look at a map and see if that's actually even close to correct. I think there was actually a bit there. Alright. So, what is that block? This is 172 by 273, and remembering that we were like 3 or 4 blocks across at the start, weren't we? Way up there. We needed to be across 3 or 4 blocks. So check that against the map. 273 is definitely the Z value I'm supposed to get to. And it was going to be an X value of 175, which here is 172, which I'm happy about. We're within plus or minus 1 block because of the out by 3 by 4 up there. Great. So, zoom out a bit. That gives us Western Australia. Right. Okay. One border down. What's the next easiest bit? Let us do... What's this sideways one? It's got an unfortunate bit of curvature to it. It stays so nicely flat for so long. What's this point here? So this point here at 172 by 206. Let's turn off this maths with Sharky. We don't need that anymore, but we're sort of doing maths. 172 by 206. Let's do a question directly for you and more of a general why, but seriously, why is Western Australia so big compared to other states? My best guess is going to be because the east coast was colonised first. So the east coast is just more detailed in terms of the state breakup. Yes, it is mostly uninhabited, that is also true. It's got a lot of blank space in the middle. But yeah, there was a lot of... I'm going off my history here, but we had basically East Australia and West Australia to start with, just 2 gigantic states, and then like the east of Australia started getting subdivided, and so you had your Queensland, you had your Victoria, you had your bits named for your monarchs and stuff like that, and New South Wales, of course, and then the boring middle bits of South Australia and Northern Territory, and then West Australia. So yeah. I'd say yes. I mean, yeah. As you get to the middle of Australia and further out west, there's a lot of blank space here. But yeah, there's way more detail over on the east of Australia, a lot more division of states, all sorts of things. What am I looking for? 172, but back to like 206. So 206, 172, and again, we're out by a bit, so it'll be this bit here. So about here, I would say, is where this is going to start going across. Now, I've got to do a weird sort of curvy thing here, so let me just do a bunch of scrolling. To about there. So this was supposed to be 172, it's actually like 169, so we're out by about 3 blocks. This has to go all the way across to 97.8, which could be 295 when we compensate by the same amount of blocks, but it's going to vary how much this is out by. But about 297-ish, but we're also at 207 now, not 206. Excuse me. So 297-ish, so just there basically. So that's the other end of that border, and it's basically a straight line, but because of the curvature of the Earth, it arcs ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. So I'm going to attempt to just average an arc, if we can find, you know, the highest point. This gets as high as 205. But it stays at 205 for a very long time. It's basically at 205 from about 210. From 210 all the way to like 260. So about 260. All the way through to 210. Okay, that whole strip there. Oh, braking slightly slower than I can run. Could have just done this with like a fill command, but we can also just do this. It's just as easy. Whoop. So when we get out of block range. Okay. And so on this bit, we step in 1. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, Katooth coming in with the facts. Let me just quickly pop over there so I can see that on the big screen. Western Australia population 2.8 million and 2.5 million square kilometres. Yep. The others are those populations and have comparable area. Yeah, and when Western Australia is 2.8 million, its capital city is 2.3 million of that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Isn't just slightly uninhabited, it's almost barren. There's not good to be built on. Surprised it hasn't been flooded with people wanting more space. Yeah. There's a lot of like central desert sort of conditions in the middle of Australia. So some of it is going to be just, yes, less pleasant to be. So we can stay at 206 till about 290. Yeah, that drops off really fast at the end. Maybe to 285. Oh, and there goes the... There it is. There goes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Keep that going till about, yeah, like 285. There. Ballpark. And then it can drop back one more. Okay. So this is going to differentiate north from south in the middle of things. Nice. Keeping up with the chat there. Some small towns along the coast, but yes, most of the northern half was much Northern Territory, basically desert. A friend working in mining there said they were 2 hours flight from the nearest town. Yeah, exactly. It can get sparse like that. Quick Chuck is not going maths with Sharky. It's geography with Sharky and Katooth. I haven't got a chalkboard graphic for geography with Katooth, but I mean that's basically what this stream is, isn't it? Really. Yeah. So, what am I gonna? Well, I'm gonna need the map again in order to see where that next bit sort of jumped in here. Okay, so at roughly 267 again, give or take a bit. Something's gonna start up. So at roughly 267. So about 267-ish. Something's going to start up. It's going to head up there. And that's a straight line again. But again, curvature of the Earth. So 267. But by the time we get up to the top, what are we at? Scrolling. We're at like 271 by the end. So we've gone across 4 blocks. So we're up here at 271. With the drop in sand. There we go. So in that distance, kind of from what are we here, like 90-ish. We're going to do some gradient on the fly. 90-ish to just over 200, so a little over 100-ish. So again, it's about 25-ish every 25 blocks, which makes sense. It's consistent curvature of the Earth somewhat. So I could almost, yes, I could. Let's get one of our other copy paste things going from before, because it's still 25, targeting that block there. So the last one we copied was that. So instead of copying to here, we'll just copy to that. There should be nothing wrong with that whatsoever, alright? Bam. 25 blocks of that. So all I got to do is add 25 onto the Z, but this time I'm stepping in this way, so I'm taking one off of things. So again, we're going to have to add 25 onto there, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, I'm literally looking at the block. Ah. Well, that's nice. I could just do that. I could just look at the block each time. Didn't think of that. That's a smarter way of doing it. Literally look at the block. So I should just copy that. Bam, bam, bam. That's it. And then just do that last bit by hand there. Because it's not exactly 25, so... Okay. And there we have... There we have... the Northern Territory. So, again, zoom out a bit for scale. Alright, so two out of a couple of states there. Tooth with some more population facts. Yep, sparseness of Western Australia. Northern half of South Australia is also pretty sparse. Like, yeah, Australia's most populous around its coast, which is always to be expected. Context for how much does it break my brain? Going from one of the northernmost airports in Scotland, Jersey, yes, 2 hours 45. So the majority of your entire country is within an hour's flight away. It's Australia's weird when you compare it to a lot of the rest of the world. Like, in my mind, I sometimes try to overlay Australia on top of, say, the United States of America, at least in terms of roughly width and height sort of thing, for like rectangular bounding box. And so, similarly, our east coast to west coast is something close to theirs, and that sort of stuff. But we have a lot of gap in the middle. We just aren't anywhere near as densely populated with states and with cities and all sorts of stuff like they've got. We've just got a lot of gap. But it's basically, this sort of nice grid structure here. We need another straight edge going down here to fence off South Australia now. So that's going to be just another straight... Oh, I can't do that. Another straight line from there, straight down to the pivot, straight down south to the bottom there, and that will cut off a chunk that will be South Australia. And again, presumably it's going to have that same gradient of grid line, but I guess we won't know that until we measure it. So let me flip back over to that again. Alright, compare that with that. So this one's slightly more important if I get it wrong for where things are. If I just swap back to there, let's take those numbers off a bit and just let's look at the rough position of things. It's basically fine. Okay. So we're at like, what? 291-ish in the X. Okay. So what are we at? 291-ish. So this is going to go from here 297. Down to here at like 291-ish. Does that feel right based on where we are? Let me look at this again. It does. It does. 291-ish. Might be a bit far across. I'm going to go like 293. Or even 294. Yeah, I'm gonna go 294. And we're gonna add some more time back on. So this means we might be adjusting this corner up here then. But if we're keeping this similarly consistent with the world's kind of curvature, then again we're going to go from, say, 344 to almost 204. So about 140-ish, just under 140. That was supposed to go from 97 to 91. So about 6 of it in about 140. That's still at about 25. So I'm happy to keep a 25er going. But we're going to have to move things across a bit. Because we should be sort of... We're 3 across. I need to go across 3 more. So I'm putting these in from top down. Okay. There. So coming down here. So if we do that from this point, and then we just keep coming in from there. Another one here. Another one here. Another one there. I don't like how I'm out by 1 block though. That's fine. We'll just accept that this border could be out by a block. There we go. Alright. Take that one off. We'll come up here. Alright, so we have a Western Australia, we have a Northern Territory, and we have a South Australia. What have we got in the chat there that's that I've missed out on? Yep, breaking the brain, yes. How densely populated some are compared to the others. 90% of our population is within about 50 kilometres of the coast. Yeah, that's an interesting comparison against the UK then, yeah. In terms of distance inland. Canada population is more bizarrely skewed. Yeah, 90% of the population lives in the southern 5% of the country, which again you can see makes sense for like climate, environment, and stuff like that. So going in order of increasing worseness, the next best sort of border we can do is the Queensland New South Wales border. Going across there. You'd think it'd be nice and would just continue along the South Australia one there, but no, it's got to do a little jigsaw jump around here for some reason. South Australia pokes up to it. It's almost like Sharky's fill commands, doing some of these like nice squares, but then accidentally poking into another region that you're not sort of aiming for. So let's go over to sort of roughly here somewhere. Work out sort of where... Oop, I just took a screenshot apparently. That's interesting. Alright. And let's work out where that's going to be at. Where's that Queenslandy border bit going to come in from? And it's got a massive curvature to it for a bit. So let's... Yeah, it's got a nice consistent curve all the way up until right about there. Alright. So what are we looking at? We're looking at what would be 297 and 243. So here's 243. It's not 297, it's 300, because of course we're across a bit. And we're just going to follow that in a nice gradient. So I've got to sort of, you know, as it were, kind of add 3 on to the X on my map. But I can keep the Z the same. That's going to continue on till we get to about, to adding 3 to that. Let's say 381, where it drops down to 250. So about 381. .381, 250. Okay, so we just need a nice steady gradient between those. So what are we going? We're going down to 250. So we're going to drop 7. Within about the span of 81 blocks. So it's sort of 12-ish. And then we drop 1. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to drop a block. So let's do a fresh clone command. And let's go clone. So from there to here. And then do it there. Great. And we'll drop it again. Do it from there. And again from here. Again from here. Nope, that's looked across a block. Again from there. Again from there. I don't like the fact that I'm out by 1 all these times. But it's fine. Okay. Roughly there. Okay. Yeah, how nice the borders are a good representation of how much the states argue with each other. Yes. Okay, so now it gets tricky. The coast is only just there. And it'd be great if we could just keep that line going to the coast. Like, it's literally just here. But apparently we can't. So, this is where I'm gonna just completely gamble this. We're gonna wing this entirely. And I'm gonna count how many squares up and down this moves by, because I can't trust any of the coordinates anymore. So we will do the whole thing relative, which is hard because it gets blurry on the map. But that's fine. I'll just scroll it across a bit. Okay, let's try that out. So, from this point here, which we're going to call, like, yeah, about there, we're going to go immediately up to, across to. Now, this is going to be tricky because if we're doing it like this, I should actually be doing like that. So, we're going to do one there. Do bam, bam. Then bam. So, I'll add a bit of time on there. I'm gonna immediately get myself confused by doing this. So that's that spot there, then 2 there, then that one there. Let's make that 2 as well. So we've got 1, 2, 2, then 1, 2 again, then back down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then back down here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Scroll the map. And diagonally down and down. Down again. Down, down, down again. 2, 3, again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 3 down here. Let's see, so yep, so 3 down there. Cross 1 here, so I'll take that back out. And then like up 1 here. Then like 3 or 4 there. Like another one down here. And something like that. Then we go like up for 2. And then back this way for like 3. Then across for 3, up for 1, scroll across the map a bit more, so that's across, that's up, and another one, another one. Go up there for a bit, come back down there, okay, there we go, something like that. It's not going to be perfect, kinda can't be perfect. I'm a little bit scared about some of what happens there. But that's something like Queensland, New South Wales. Let me, ooh, went sideways there. Let me zoom out on my other map here. Yeah, it really does do something weird like that, doesn't it? Okay, oh, I've just... How long's that been in the chat for? Let's take care of that. Doing stuff while I'm not paying attention. Alright, so... One border to go. Well, sort of one border to go. We've got the nightmare that is the border that has to just follow a river instead of doing things. So this one's just all over the shop as well. And again, it's gonna be just all relative. There's another call, missed that too. The name was clever though. Distorted coastline. Interesting. It's almost like it's targeted advertising. Let's pop back over to here. Work out where this is even happening at. So at the bit that would be at about 303. At the bit that would have been, yeah, about 303, which is also a bit where it changes on the grid line. Okay. Which it doesn't in this case, but that's fine. So at about 303. Is where this is going to go. So we're going to go across, let's say 1, 2, and then 2 more like that, and then 2 more like that, but then back up for 2, maybe a third one, and then down for, whoop, excuse me sir, getting in the way there. And then we're going to start taking a sharp turn. So that's at 305, yep. And that's at 308, or it would be if we were 3 blocks further across, yep. So let's scroll the map. Dear. Okay, so from here, we're going to come out with a diagonal one. Then 1, 2, 3 down. Another diagonal one. Then 2 down. Across, up like that. No, we're going to do that. And that one. Across there. Maybe 2 more there. Third one even. No, we're going to come down there now. And that's going to run down to like 318. And we're going to scroll the map. $320. Yeah. we're just going to keep that diagonally going until we get down to about like 330. It's good enough. It's wobbly, but it stays wobbly to within the span of a block. Back at about 326, it does actually go down by 2. Yeah, it does actually go down by 2 there. So we should be doing that, sort of about 332. Yeah. That can go across for a bit. And then that's 336, which, yeah, can be 340. And we're going to have to go down one. Sun's starting to get down. Coast is coming up. And then like about 3. And maybe about 2. Maybe about another 2. Add a bit of time back on. I reckon we're going back up 2 again. And maybe down for 3. Where is the line going? Wow. And then from here, let's go across 3. Let's go up 1. Come across to there and there. And then at about here, we're gonna, so what are we at? We're at 333 there. Yep, plummet all the way down to 338. Scroll the map. And then from 341, we now have an unreasonably straight diagonal line. Cross 1, down 1. So, and then cross down. Yeah, that sort of takes us from this position. We have to go across about 16 blocks-ish and down about 10 blocks. So across 16 and down 10 from here. Oh! Ooh! That's not good. So some of the height of this is exaggerated. So we will fix that up here. Oops, that was the one I wanted. So we're going to go across 16 blocks here. So from 363, yep, that's kind of 16 blocks. We're going to go like down like 10. So from 339 down to here. Let me just zoom out and look at where this actually goes on the map. Yeah, so we're the up-downness is very much out of alignment at this part of the map. I should have been paying more attention to that. But it sort of goes into that square corner that sticks out here. Yep, it should be going into this square corner. That's where the the border needs to touch. So I'm gonna even move this up one more again. Just really compress that bit there. Just purely eyeballing this. Gonna need to have done shallower. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. That's way too flat down the bottom there. Ah, look at that. That, like, down here, this gradient here, that is not good. It's far too flat. It needs to be steeper than this. All of this is too low. Do I move it all up by one? I can compress a little bit of this vertical exaggeration in parts. Like, if I move this whole thing up to here. So I'm just going to do a bit of. So I'm just using this as a reference because I'm gonna need to move the whole thing up too, but still see the pattern. There probably is a clever copy-paste clone thing that I could do here, but I think it's just easier to do put in the hard yards here, fudge the border, move the whole thing up a bit. So these two have moved up into there. So, oops. So we need those there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Now I can get there a little bit faster actually. So we can ignore the pace of this and come in at 2 blocks. Yeah, I will dial that back one. Alright, ignore the red. That's a little bit steeper. Yeah, it's not quite as shallow. Alright, I'll live with that. Okay. Alright. I think that's good. And I tell you what, we might even repose for the thumbnail, and then we'll call it there. We've been going 3 hours 45, nearly 4 hours on that. I'll take that objective off the top, and we'll line ourselves up for a thumbnail shot, and then I think we call it for this session. We are not done. There is more to do next time. Notably, one of the things to do will be to get rid of all of the grid lines in the ocean. We don't want them getting in our way for a nice photographic shot here. What's the ultimate goal for this? The ultimate goal is just a building challenge. But there is slightly more to it than just building Australia and its surrounding sort of areas, which I haven't gone into yet, but we'll probably look at that next time, which optimistically will be next Monday, and it won't be a month from now, like has been the case too many other times. So I'll toggle there for a bit. No, we can't see anywhere near enough of oh, cloud already of New Zealand. What's with my angle here? We've got a. There we go. We can see bits of it. That'll be good enough. All right. So there's our thumbnail shot with the country filled in, with state borders filled in, and I tell you what, the accidental greenery around the coast with arid dirt in the middle is actually not too dissimilar to the sort of climatological layout of the country. Queensland could do with a little bit more greenery around Brisbane, and stuff like that, and things, but it is big and dry in the centre. Alright, that's enough of clicking on that. Let me hit the thumbnail in the there you go, in the chat, just so I know the spot when I was doing that. But let's wrap that for this session, and get on to some more exciting and or monotonous things next time. So thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been another stream that was Overthunk by Sharky, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.